Hello everyone, welcome to the ultimate ChatGPT guide. In this video, we are diving into the powerful capabilities of ChatGPT and see how the power of providing better prompts can transform the output and enable us to achieve the desired results. Today, various AI tools exist with different interfaces and minor enhancements. Most are essentially built upon the foundation of ChatGPT. So I feel it's still more valuable to focus on understanding ChatGPT. ChatGPT is like an all-in-one app. It possesses the capability to accomplish a wide range of tasks. For those who are not familiar, ChatGPT is a large language model developed by OpenAI that excels in natural language processing, enabling it to answer questions, provide answers, and engage in casual conversation just as how we humans talk to each other. So let's get started. Prompt engineering. You can transform the output and achieve the desired results by applying effective prompts and engineering to your queries. So let's get over some key strategies and examples. Persona, the act as hack. One of the most effective hacks when interacting with ChatGPT is utilizing the act as hack. You can set the persona of your conversation, which helps to guide the conversation for more accurate responses. For example, there is a GitHub repository that contains all the persona that you can apply to the ChatGPT prompts. You can make it to act as a travel guide, you can make it to act as a plagiarism checker, you can make it to act as a English pronunciation helper, and so on. Let's copy the act as a storyteller. So for now, let's copy the act as a storyteller and make ChatGPT resemble the style of a storyteller. So I'm just changing the last portion and make it, and I'm telling it to write a story on failure. And let's see what it comes up with. So ChatGPT has started writing, and as you can see, it has given us the story that we wanted, but it will be more dramatic, the more accurate, because there are many details given in the prompt. So there are many different roles that you can assign to ChatGPT by simply copying the prompts from here. It is a great tool. You should definitely check this repository. I'll provide the link to this repository down below the like button. However, it's essential to note that if you switch to an unrelated topic, you should inform ChatGPT to ignore all the previous conversation or start a new chat, which would be a better option. Otherwise, ChatGPT can provide answers based on the previous context. For instance, if you are discussing music with ChatGPT, you have made ChatGPT to act as a music professional, but suddenly you shift gears and ask about quantum physics. It's crucial to let ChatGPT know that the context has changed, or you can initiate a new conversation to avoid any confusion in the responses. Clear instructions and context. When interacting with ChatGPT, it's vital to provide clear instructions and context for better results. Instead of asking direct questions, try framing your queries in a more conversational and contextual manner. Treat ChatGPT like your friend. Avoid jargons and ambiguity. If you use jargons, define the terms that you have used as a jargon. Let's take a look at an example to illustrate this. For example, if you are planning to visit Agra, one of the ways to ask ChatGPT about it could be, what do you think are the best places to visit in Agra? So this question is quite broad. ChatGPT will definitely give you answers, but it will interpret a lot of details on its own. So I have another prompt. Here it is given, I love exploring old heritage sites and hiking trails. Can you suggest some places in Agra that offer these experiences? I'd also like to have a night stay, but prefer less crowded locations. My travel budget is $50. So the answers to the above prompt and the below prompt will be different, just because I have given more details in the latter question. ChatGPT will give you more accurate responses if you give more details. That is why you have to provide more details and be more specific. Define clear goals and provide details. Defining clear goals and providing details is crucial when using ChatGPT. By setting a specific purpose and outlining the necessary steps, you can obtain more accurate and comprehensive responses. ChatGPT can analyze longer prompts containing more details. Once you set up your goals, define all the steps without overseeing any steps. Once you put all the details, wait for the output. But at the same time, avoid too much information to convey different ideas. Go in depth into a single idea. Let's see an example to understand this better. So I was trying to create a Python program that is used to insert names and other details from an Excel file into an identity card template, which is a PNG file, and save the ID card as PNG with each student details. To accomplish this, one way I can do is to provide this prompt. So the prompt I could have provided is, I want to create a Python program that writes data from an Excel file to a PNG file, which is an ID card template. I also need to insert the picture and barcode for each student. So this is all I wanted to do at the surface level. But there are much more details to do. First of all, let's see what it will come up for this. But there are a lot of details that goes into this problem. So you have to break down the problems. You have to see what are the requirements that you need. What are the things that you have to specify. For example, here I have not mentioned the position where I want the name to be inserted, where I want the birth date to be inserted, and a lot of other details like the photo. I want the photo to be circular, the valid till date should be rotated by 90 degrees and should be on the right side. So all these details were left in this example. Then in this prompt, see, this is quite a long prompt, but I have specified everything. So I have specified that the details are from Excel file, that I want to insert the details into an ID card template, and I want the following fields, and all of these rows should be inserted into the PNG file, which is an ID card template, and should be saved as a JPG file and should be done for each row of the Excel file. I have also specified that there will be different coordinates of X and Y axis for these values. So I have also specified that they will be positioned at different coordinates. The valid till will be rotated by 90 degrees anti-clockwise. The font color, font size and font face will be different for each. The student photo will be circular, and let me adjust the height and width of both pictures. So these are all the details that I have provided. So it will be easier for ChatGPT to come up with the solution, and the solution it comes up with will be almost the solution that I want. I am telling almost the solution because you need to have the basic understanding of programming. There will be some things that it will do wrong, and at that time you should have the understanding of how things are working, and you definitely need to fix these things. But it has given me a very good starting point, so I can fill all the details by myself and modify some of the code. Note that the first output you obtain will not be the exact result. You might have to undergo a few iterations for this type of coding problems, and as I have already told, you need to have a basic understanding of how things are working. The main point I am trying to tell here is that do not limit the ability of ChatGPT. It can analyze way more details than you think it can. See here, it has analyzed all these details. So you don't limit its ability. But at the same time, please remember that do not provide different kinds of details into a single problem. Be more specific to a single problem. Make ChatGPT write like you. Another intriguing feature of ChatGPT is its ability to mimic your writing style. You can provide a sample text and ChatGPT will analyze it to understand your writing styles and patterns. With this knowledge, you can prompt ChatGPT to write an essay or any content in a way that closely matches your writing style. For example, let's say you want to write an essay on the significance of AI, but you want it to mirror the writing style of a particular author. You can provide a sample of that author's work, and ChatGPT will analyze the text, capturing their style, pattern, and tones. Then you can prompt ChatGPT to write an essay on the significance of AI, imitating the writing style and pattern of the author you provided. For now, let's try writing a poem on the significance of AI in the style of Rabindranath Tagore. For this, you don't even have to provide sample work, as there are already tons of his works on the internet. So let's try writing. So let's try this. Write a poem on the significance of AI in the style of Rabindranath Tagore. So it has already started coming up with a solution really quick. The same thing if done by a human. Just think how much time it would have taken. He or she has to go with many works of Rabindranath Tagore to capture his style, tone, patterns, and then come up with solutions. So it would have taken a lot of time. But for AI, it has captured all the details in one shot and given us the answer. This is the power. Explain like I'm Dash. Another interesting use case is using ChatGPT to explain complex topics to different audiences. You can challenge ChatGPT to explain concepts as if the audience is a 4th grader or an 11-year-old. It's a fun way to see how effectively ChatGPT can simplify and communicate complex ideas. For example, I'm providing this prompt to ChatGPT to see what it has to say about this. I have asked ChatGPT, "You are a physics expert. I want to learn about quantum physics, but I do not have great knowledge of physics. Explain quantum physics like I am an 11-year-old. So this will be a good starting point if you are trying to learn anything and you have no idea about the topic. This will give you a basic understanding of what the topic is. Fine-tune the prompt. Once you receive the output from ChatGPT, remember to analyze the output critically and identify areas that need refinement. It could involve rephrasing the prompt, providing additional context, or experimenting with different question structures. The 3 W's and 2 C's rule. So, for many prompts, this can be taken as a skeleton to check the kind of information to be provided to get the output. It includes the first W. It means who. It is asking the role that the ChatGPT should replicate. For example, in this prompt, we are telling ChatGPT to act as a fitness expert. So, for who, the answer would be, you are a fitness expert. So, the next W is for what. In what, we are telling what ChatGPT should do. For now, we are telling that ChatGPT should provide a daily meal plan. So, the answer for what is, you have to provide a daily meal plan. The next W is for why. In why, we are writing the reason why we want to do this. So in why we have written, I want to lose body fat and I want to lose 7 lbs within a month. So the next is C. The first C is for context. In context, we are writing details. Any details that we know that could help ChatGPT to interpret the data. So here the context is, the meal plan is for me and I do not have any specific disease. These are just the details that will guide ChatGPT to writing the better answers for you. So the last C is for criteria. In criteria, we are writing restrictions, limitations, and anything that ChatGPT needs to consider. In criteria, we are writing the rules that ChatGPT needs to follow. Here, criteria is, do not include any foods that contains high amount of carbohydrates. All this combined will give you a prompt. Then this says, you are a fitness expert. You have to provide a daily meal plan. I want to lose body fat. I want to lose 7 lbs within a month. The meal plan is for me. I do not have any specific disease. Don't include foods that contain high amount of carbohydrates. So this is quite a complete information. So this skeleton that you can follow to ask for most of the things. So I hope this is quite a relevant answer, but you must always need to fact check the answer that you have obtained from ChatGPT, because ChatGPT is just doing a bunch of analysis on the web pages on the internet, and it is giving you the most tailored and accurate responses, but it always has a case of error and providing false information. So you must definitely check the answer that you have obtained. Asking ChatGPT for feedback. By asking ChatGPT what points you might have missed, you can gain valuable insights and perspectives that you might have overlooked. This feedback loop allows you to refine your approach and explore different angles to enrich your content or discussions. For example, I have given here an example where I have told it to analyze my meeting agenda and told me what are the things that I need to improve on my writing. Let's see what it comes up with. Provided meeting agenda and told it, below are meeting agendas for our meeting. Can you suggest what are the areas that I can improve on my writing? And I provided the meeting agenda and see what it comes up with. As you can see, it has told me overall your writing is clear and concise, effectively providing information. However, there are a few areas that you can make improvements, and it has given me the areas that I can improve. So this could be a good starting point for writing. Formats of output. ChatGPT can give output in different formats like tabular form, simple diagrams, bullet points, numbered lists, and timelines. For example, you can simply say, let's take a simple example to illustrate this. I have just asked, list the differences between iPhone and Android in tabular form. I hope it gives me an answer. So the answer it provides in tabular form is easier for the eye, is visually appealing, and is easier to grasp and read. So you can consider using different formats to get different answers. Provide different perspectives on the same problem. ChatGPT allows us to explore different perspectives on the same problem. Let's take the example of sleep. So prompt is, tell me the correct amount of sleep that a person needs from the perspective of a yogi and a physician. I think that the correct amount of sleep according to yogi and physician could be somewhat different. So it will consider the perspective of both the person and it will give you two different perspectives. Sky is the limit. One of the most remarkable aspects of ChatGPT is its ability to answer questions beyond our imagination. No matter how unique or seemingly trivial the question may be, ChatGPT is there to provide answers and insights. So don't hesitate to push the boundaries and ask those burning questions. The more I use ChatGPT, the more realization I get that problems can be solved using it. Keep practicing and experimenting with it. So some of the points to keep in mind. The first point, output depends on the data and prompt. It's important to note that the output generated by ChatGPT depends on the data it was trained on and the prompts you provide. You don't have the control over the data it was trained on, so the only control you have is on the prompt you supply. So it's very crucial to provide the most effective prompts. Another point is, don't miss on the important details. If you miss the important details, it will interpret on its own, and when it interprets, it can come up with sometimes weird and sometimes surprising results. So it's better to be specific and provide as many details as possible. Possible use cases of ChatGPT. Coding assistance. If you are a programmer, ChatGPT can be a fantastic resource for generating code snippets, debugging code, and providing guidance. Things ChatGPT can help for programmers are generate code snippets, optimize the code, debug the code, generate idea, document your code, translate code from one language to another, explain code, and prepare for interviews. So let's quickly see each of these examples. For generating code snippet, you can just say generate a code snippet to calculate the factorial of a number in Python. As simple as that. For optimizing the code, you can say optimize the following code snippet that checks if a string is palindrome. Debugging the code. For this, you can say debug the following code snippet in JavaScript that calculates the sum of elements in an array. For generating idea, you can say generate an idea for Python scripts that generates random passwords of specified length. For documenting your code, you can say document the following functions in Python that finds the maximum elements in a list. Translate code from one language to another. You can say translate the following C++ code snippet that sorts an array using bubble sort algorithm to Python. For explaining code, you can ask ChatGPT, explain the purpose and functionality of the following Java code snippet that implements a binary search algorithm. And for preparing for coding interviews, you can say provide tips and practice questions for preparing for a technical interview focused on data structure and algorithms. Content generation. ChatGPT is not just limited to answering questions, it can also generate contents. A few things it can do are blog posts, essays, poems, improve your writing styles, check for grammatical errors, and YouTube scripts. Let's shortly see prompts for each of these. Blog posts. Write a blog post about the benefits of practicing mindfulness meditation in daily life. Essays. Compose an essay discussing the impact of social media on society and interpersonal relationships. Poems. Create a heartfelt poem about the beauty of nature and its calming influence on the soul. Improve your writing style. Suggest ways to improve the clarity and conciseness of the following paragraph describing a scientific experiment. Check for grammatical errors. Proofread the following paragraph and correct any grammatical errors or awkward phrasings. YouTube scripts. Generate a YouTube script for a YouTube video that provides tips and tricks for improving productivity and time management. You can also ask about the most trending keywords in your niche and use these to write content. You can also create SEO optimized content using ChatGPT. But please note that just telling ChatGPT to write the whole content and just copy pasting it will not work. You have to use your wit and wisdom into it. ChatGPT can be a best starting point, but you must use your knowledge and creativity. Prepare for coding interviews. Prepare for interview questions. ChatGPT can act as a valuable resource to help you prepare for the interview. You can utilize the Act as hack to simulate interview scenarios and practice in answering a wide range of questions. It can act as a virtual interviewer, allowing you to refine your responses and build confidence in your abilities. Additionally, ChatGPT can provide valuable feedback, suggestions on how to improve your answers, ensuring that you showcase your skills and experiences effectively. Another benefit of using ChatGPT is its ability to provide a roadmap for interview questions. You can ask for guidance on the key topics and areas to focus on, helping you to prioritize your revision efforts. Moreover, ChatGPT can provide insights into what interviewers typically expect from candidates, giving you a better understanding on the perspectives and allowing you to tailor your responses accordingly. Text-based Excel sheets. Did you know that ChatGPT can also assist you with text-based Excel sheets? By using the Act as hack, you can leverage ChatGPT to write text-based formula, insert and modify values in each cell, and perform various operations on the Excel data. So let's go to the awesome ChatGPT prompts repository. Shout out to the creator of this repository. This is such a savior. And let's search for Excel. Let's copy this prompt and just paste the prompt here. So as you can see, it has come up with a row and columns. You can just insert values, modify values. You can give formula in text, and you can just copy these values and paste it in other spreadsheet software like Excel. So this is such a good tool. Generate business ideas. By providing ChatGPT with details such as capital you have available, your skills and expertise, and the type of business you are interested in, you can engage in a conversation that opens up a world of possibilities. ChatGPT can offer valuable insights and suggestions on the type of businesses you can consider opening based on resources and preferences. Furthermore, ChatGPT can guide you through the process of starting a specific business. You can ask it about the questions on essential steps, legal requirements, market analysis, and potential challenges involved in launching and running a particular venture. It can provide you with a roadmap outlining the key milestones and actions needed to bring your business ideas to life. But please note that ChatGPT doesn't know your circumstances and environment. It only considers the fact that you have provided it. So don't take all the answers seriously. You just have to think on your own about how feasible the idea is. But as I've already said, it gives you a good starting point to implement or just to think about the possibilities that are available. Language translation and interpretation. ChatGPT can be utilized to facilitate language translation and interpretation tasks by providing real-time translations or assisting with understanding and clarifying complex concepts across different languages. It helps to learn a new language too by providing real-time response and feedbacks. Personal assistance. I think this is one of the most important parts of ChatGPT. It can help with anything. It is like having an assistant of everything with you. The field can be any: health, music, engineering, fashion, or sports. ChatGPT provides you with tailored responses curated to your needs. Searching for the exact answer you are expecting through different web pages is a lot of hassle and time consuming. ChatGPT makes it very easy and to the point. Creating a plan. Let's say you want to learn JavaScript, but you are a complete beginner. In such case, ChatGPT can help you create a 30-day plan. And in the skill portion, I will insert JavaScript. So it has started giving us the daily plan for 1 month. So this can be a good starting point for learning because it has given you what are the things that you need to cover. And I have also been learning JavaScript, and I think this is quite a good list of things that you should learn. It might take more than 30 days, but don't worry. If you are planning to do it, this can be a good set of points to consider and work upon. Latest trends. The free version of ChatGPT is not based on live data. So for this, you can use Bing AI to get up-to-date information. They basically work almost the same way. You can ask about the latest trend in any field like fashion industry, engineering, or marketing. You can use this to learn the skill to stay relevant with the current world or grow a business. Set the mode to creative on Bing AI. Tell me the latest trend in marketing. So I have set the mode to creative. So as you can see, Bing AI will give you answers till 2023, but ChatGPT will give you answers according to the information up to 2021. So that's the only difference. There are some good points about Bing AI and some good points about ChatGPT. You can just compare and use according to your needs. Resume builder. For this, provide all the details. For example, name, age, date of birth, education, achievements, experiences, and ask ChatGPT to generate a resume. You can directly copy and paste this resume to Google Docs or Microsoft Word. You might want to tweak a few things. Also, you can ask to review a resume if you already have one. You can ask to list the jobs that you can apply from the given resume. Please note that the response given by ChatGPT should not be taken as the only answer. It is just a compilation of information and suggestions from the web. It is always important to apply your own wit and wisdom to the answer and verify the information before acting on it. So that's all for the use cases. Now at last I will list some of the good AI websites that I've recently discovered in the description part. And I hope you learned something from this video. To see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys.